Coming up in tonight's Carlin Covers Central Iowa, the heck with the East and the West Coast. We're going to take you to a chopper shop in Perry that's receiving national recognition for the beautiful bikes it builds.
Channel 8.
I honestly don't think we would have got as far as we did this year without meeting Schwag.
When people think of custom chopper motorcycles, the Midwest isn't always the first place that comes to mind. Discovery Channel shows like American Chopper and Motorcycle Mania would have you believe all the cool bikes are being built on the East and West Coast.
But as we see in tonight's Carlin Covers Central Iowa, one of the Discovery Channel guys himself is having his chopper made at a shop in Perry.
Tony Stalldryer and Mike Dugan of Dallas County Customs in Perry have only been building these long, lean, ultra-mean machines for about a year and a half.
If you look at one, you won't see anything like it out on the market.
But their lives changed in June at a motorcycle trade show in Davenport.
He'd been patrolling our area, and he saw this red custom we got here.
Hey, Monster Nation. Welcome to Iowa.
He is the Big Schwag, the narrator with the booming voice, whose catchphrase is, "You've gotta be kidding me," on the Discovery Channel's Monster Garage and Monster Nation, who just happened to be emceeing that weekend.
He was talking to us, and he said, "You know, this is the coolest bike at the whole show."
The Schwag liked the boys' bike so much, he commissioned them to make this 120 horsepower black beauty for him at cost. In exchange, the Big Schwag promotes Tony and Mike's business, including a 10-minute spot on Monster Nation.
Later, bud. The Big Schwag says he loves Iowa.
Tony and Mike hope building one bike for the Big Schwag
I hope the business really takes off and we're kind of successful with it.
brings them the big break they need in the very competitive custom chopper building business.
I just want to do this full time, make a decent living, and just do what I love.
Steve Carlin, KCCI, News Channel 8.
Okay, I'm being nice to you now. Stick around. Monster Nation's coming right back.
Monster Nation, Monster Nation, Monster Nation, Monster Nation, Monster Nation.
Ready to go in there, boss?
Let's go, Big Schwag.
All right. We the people of Monster Nation. In order to form a more perfect union. Now ask if you have the attitude, if you have the ingenuity, and if you have the audacity to call yourselves Monster. And will you honor the creed of our realm, exalting in the virtue of mechanization, transformation, and invention? If so, then welcome to the nation. Come out and play. On this episode of Monster Nation, we're off to Maryland to see what happens when you strap a jet engine to a big rig. What happens is smoke, fire, and speed. Then we're off to Iowa to meet a couple of ambitious bike builders who are looking for their first big break. Will they make their fortune building a bike for this good-looking member of Monster Nation?
Let's go. Build me a bike.
We're off to Iowa to see if two guys can satisfy one big customer.
Hello, Monster Nation. We're Dallas County Customs. Pay scale isn't really great in this town. We survive, and that's about all we do. We decided it was time to do something different, and that's why we started this up.
This is where it's at for both of us. This is what we look forward to all day. As soon as we're out of there, man, it's just like, yeah, we got to go do what we like to do.
We didn't have any money to start this up. We went to banks, we went to friends, we went to relatives. To this date, we haven't sold anything yet, but things have just been happening where we know it's going to take off.
Customized bike building is highly competitive and equally risky. To attract customers, Tony and Mike pooled everything they had to build a bike that showcased their skills.
One of the things that makes this a Dallas County custom bike is the fact that we don't connect our fenders to the frame. We make our own fender struts and attach them to the fender, which it rides with the tire. We kind of go with the look of a rigid bike, but you get the soft tail ride. Another Dallas County Customs, you don't see too many out there, but these big fork tubes, I mean, these things are just massive, and they really sets it off because you got this big front end, and they just, man, that's awesome. Look at that front end. That's cool.
But are details like these enough to land a big client? Tony and Mike took the bike on the road to a motorcycle rally held in Davenport, Iowa. That's where their bike caught the eye of a very influential customer. For Dallas County Customs, that guy was Monster Nation's Big Schwag.
Hey, Monster Nation. Welcome to Iowa. How about we go to Dallas County Customs right now because I'm tired and I want to see my bike. I met these guys at a bike event called Sturgis on the River.
He just looked like a big biker guy to me. I didn't recognize him at all. And I just standing there talking to him about the red bike, red chopper. And he just basically came over and started hanging out with us because he liked the bike. He says, you know, everybody's talking about this red bike here at the show. He says, it's the coolest thing here.
Let's go, build me a bike.
With him sitting on our red bike when we met him, we could kind of go from there and tell what he was going to need.
Black was his color, so we went with that. We threw in a little sparkle, you know, diamond sparkle, so we just did that.
See, here's my Razorback Pig, my ring, and I wanted that on the side of the tank, so I sent them graphics, and there was a little argument about the graphics, but we'll see what happens.
And if you look all through the bike, we kind of went with a diamond theme. So in the rims, you've got diamond cut. The taillight's the same, cut just like a diamond.
I have no idea what it looks like. I know what I wanted and what I asked for, you know, which is a little bit different from what his normal bike was.
The moment of truth has arrived. Mike and Tony's first big customer has come to claim his ride.
Hey!
There he is. Awake?
I'm in Iowa.
Attaboy. Good to see you.
So this is the initial bike that I saw that I liked, that I said I want something like this. This is what got me my mouth watering a little bit. And I've been waiting a long time and you wouldn't send me a picture, but I want to see my bike. It definitely looks a little underneath the sheet. It looks a little lower, a little longer, which is cool.
You ready for your pink Cadillac?
I'm ready for my pink Cadillac.
Grab that sheet, Mikey. Grab that sheet, Mikey.
Wow.
What do you think of that?
Wow. That is, wow.
Actually, he was speechless for a few seconds there.
Yeah, Big Schwag's not very speechless, so.
Oh, look at the paint.
Yeah.
Look at the flake in there. Is that flake or is it?
Yeah, that's flake. Just a light mist of fine.
You outdid yourself, buddy.
Through the whole thing.
Where'd Mike go? Come here, buddy. This is amazing.
Just to see the look on Schwag's face when we unveiled it from the pink sheets was enough to make me have chills all up and down my body.
Oh, and hey, what did I say? What did I say about see, what was important to the Schwag was the hog. Look at the tank, baby. Bam! And I gotta tell you something, the graphics, I know we were worried about all that stuff, but man, wow.
I'm always worried about the graphics.
Awesome.
Well, I think we should give you the honors of firing it up.
All right.
Since this is gonna be your bike.
Yeah. Let me see. Dan, you wanna explain to me the compression here?
Anything over 100 cubic inch, it gets it drags on the starter.
Okay.
So just to ease some of the stress off the starter, they put compression releases in it. So initially, as soon as you turn your key on, you'll push these in, and that takes away your compression when you first fire it. Everything rolls over smoother.
Okay.
And then once it fires, it kicks them out.
Okay.
And you're running. So what you do is just reach right down here, and there's the start button.
Oh.
A lot of bikes look good in the shop, but their true test is out on the road. Some of Tony and Mike's friends join them for the maiden voyage.
You wanted more stretch in the arms. What we did is we just shortened up the rise and bent it just a little tighter. And we also have 4 more inches of backbone right here, which gets you out there. It's an unbelievable feeling. Who'd have thought somebody'd be riding a bike I built? Schwag's bike, I mean, it just about fell together. Everything went smooth. The more bikes you build, it just seems like it gets easier and easier.
Pretty badass. How was that? I don't need to say anything more, do I?
While Dallas County Customs succeeded in making Big Schwag smile, they've still got a ways to go on their road to success.
We're just a couple of small guys doing what we love in a small town and hoping that it'll go somewhere.
With no money.
Anybody can be a monster if they try hard enough.
Good luck, Dallas County Customs.